So yes, we have Titi Four from Doing With You, which just started their new series. In this video here, they have turned off Bluetooth. So if anyone doesn't follow them, they are super cute and pretty young. Titi is 20, I believe, and I think Four is 22, something like that. And so far in fan meetings and everything, they don't really touch or have physical contact in public. They had this joke where it's Bluetooth. So if anybody would put their arm over the shoulder, like there would be space there. If they tried to hold hands, they would do like this and wouldn't touch. And so for the premiere event for Doing With You, you can see here, they actually held hands and they turned off Bluetooth. And so their fans were freaking out. That was a fun thing that happened. Anon and Chris did an MV, and Jung from Jung Dunk wrote the song, which is wild to me and awesome.
Yeah, that was the main point, really, was that it was Chris, from Chris Instincto, from Sodas, if you guys don't remember, and then Nanon from, oh gosh, she's done lots of things, but the one in the BL world would be Bad Buddy. Mm-hmm. And then obviously you mentioned Jung, yes. Which was, I think, the coolest part. I think that's the coolest part, that he wrote the song. I was like, what?
Yeah,
because he loves writing fan fiction, so
I know.
Let's make it legit. So super cool.
I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, okay, it's gonna be a cute college drama. I love them anyways, so I'm probably gonna be biased. But literally, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And I don't know if it's just because I enjoy them as people and I know them like outside of this series. And so what they're doing is funny to me. But like the chemistry, so there's basically two friend groups. Duong, who's played by Titi, it has him, it's like him and two friends. And then Chin, played by Four, has two friends. And so the Duong friend group is hilarious. They're so funny, and like comedic timing can be difficult. And they're all like new actors, and they did it so well. I mean, of course the editing has a part to do with it as well, but just like I was out loud laughing the entire episode.
Because we know Junior is just kind of this really, he's a nuanced actor, and I'm not entirely sure how he pulled it off. But I knew, it was obvious that he was what he was from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think if you went in not knowing that he was that, you would still be able to tell via how he was acting. It was too perfect. It was too set up. He was too nice. I don't know. There's something about it. Like something in his posture, something in his... They're like, is he actually an architect? I don't know if he's even an architect at the end of the day. Did he set all that up?
I have no clue. Are all of these interviews fake? Is the website fake? Like,
right. I thought we'd start off with something fun. The scariest scene. And why not? It was horror. You might as well do the scariest scene, the one that had you clutching your pearls. That scene. Which scene did that for you?
There were lots of scenes. However, I just remember there's some scene in the hallway, I think of the hospital, with the ghost, and I think she like opens her mouth really wide or something.
Oh,
that one was really tough for me. I was like, besides all the ones where they were sewing the mouths shut, like I couldn't do any of those. Like I was like, no. But that one specifically, just that scene, like the way it was like grotesque and they like open, I don't know. That was a lot. I guess it's not necessarily scary, just like gruesome. Like I was like, this is gory and gruesome and I don't like it.
So in that final scene, I think I actually did get a little like, I think I was like this. He had the wire around Darren's neck, and how Darren survived that, I'm not sure, because he was like that for a while. So I was like, dude's dying. He's not going to make it. And like, so I was like, he's dying. And everybody else is like going to die. And like, the police aren't going to get there in time. We are royally. And so for a minute there, I thought, this was going to be a Shakespearean tragedy where everybody died.
Speaking of that, I loved the moment when Say and Singha saw the ghost at the end. I was like, yes, they have to see it at least once. You know what I mean? Like they have to see
Yeah.
it. And the fact that Singha did the prayer to, or the chant or spell or whatever it is to make it go away was so cool. I was like,
That was cool.
oh, it was so epic, and I loved it so much.
You know what? I kind of ended up enjoying King's story arc.
Oh,
overall.
yes. I agree.
Like
I
his
actually,
character arc.
I was debating between characters, and King was on my like final list, my final two.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, his character arc, because I didn't really like him a whole lot for a while. For quite a while. And I thought he was shady enough that I thought maybe he was the one who done it. Because I thought that there was someone on the inside. But it turns out it was the ghosts who were on the inside, right? It wasn't an actual person on the inside. It was the ghosts. And that was kind of unclear, but I'm going to assume that those two villainous men were able to communicate with the ghosts in some fashion and direct them. But yeah, so King had quite the character development arc. Came out as a really good guy at the end, maybe a little dumb, but a good guy.
Yes.
Well, he was in that ice. He went in alone. He went in alone. I don't think he was armed. It was dumb. But you had to have the classic horror element. So
you gotta have some dumb characters in a horror movie, right?
you do, or else the horror elements of like going somewhere alone when you shouldn't, and those kinds of things just don't work. If they were all smart, they would never do that.
Exactly. If they were all smart, they would never die. So
dang it.
It
just wouldn't work. All right, so favorite character.
Oh, I really debated about this for a while because so many of the characters were so strong in this one. I ended up picking Singha, Pavel's character. I just thought that, I know that he's the lead, but besides that, it's like, I felt like he had a really cool journey of, like hard non-believer to like, okay, I'm going to believe in Tube, even if I don't actually believe. And then, okay, maybe I'm starting to kind of believe because of all this evidence. And then he ends up seeing the ghost and actually uses the spell to make him go away, make the ghost go away. And so it's just like, you see him go through this whole like belief process. And you also see him be like, okay, I'm a strong, hard cop. But then like with love, I'm like inexperienced. So I'm like kind of innocent in a way. But I'm also still like asserting myself because I'm like, I don't want to be innocent and it might make me feel vulnerable. So I'm still going to like put up that front or whatever. And so I felt like watching that wall kind of break down with Toop as his partner was really fascinating. And I think that Pavel like played all of those nuances really well because I feel like it was there's a lot of like deep layers in that character. And I think that he expressed them, at least to me, I felt like he expressed them really well. Enough to where I saw the journey in his character.
I feel like even the ghost mother, her character, she had a little bit of a journey too, like a little arc going on.
Oh, that last scene, though, I cried.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, when she changed and she was beautiful again.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful, actually. Yeah, so even she got a little journey. Oh, the first person is Say.
Okay.
Supportive, kind. He doesn't really have to deal with the ghost a lot either. He's just got the lover who is in real danger.
Yeah.
Or honestly, it might be entertaining to play that creepy ghost.
DeLorean
the one with the cut.
DeLorean just said that they want to play the scary ghost.
Right? Like it'd be fun to have that makeup put on and like be the creepy one. Not having to be the terrified one might be better. Like if I had to play on a horror set, it might be better to just play the horror element rather than the people being scared.
See, I wonder like, would I be scared looking at myself in the mirror, like in the special effects? I don't know.
Or would you get like really into it and you'd be like, oh man, this is gonna be fun.
Maybe, yeah.